Hi guys, I just want to give you a drop of Jesus for today. You know how I normally do reading before we get into our video. So today's reading is from Psalms 56 verse 3, which says that when you are afraid, put your trust in the Lord, right? So whenever you have any struggle, just trust in God and trust that whatever struggle you're going through is for your betterment, right? Or God is preparing you for your success. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Life with Carrie and Dre. I'm Dre. Carrie's not here today, guys. It's just me. Alright. I thought I would share a thought with you guys today, and hopefully the message reach whoever's ears it's supposed to reach. Um, I just thought it was something interesting to think about, and it's in relation to mental health as a man, right? As men, and how we protect this mental health, right? So, I was in a conversation the other day, right? I was in a little conversation with somebody, and I just found the conversation very interesting. Here's the thing about the conversation. So I'm listening to motivational speech, right? So I listen to motivational speeches on a regular basis. Right? Why? Because I believe in feeding my mind and maintaining my mental health, right? Or continuing mental growth, stuff like that. So somebody was listening to the video that I was listening to, and they were like, "Who is that you're listening to?" And of course I told them, that hey, I listen to multiple people. It's not any particular person that I listen to. I listen to many motivational speeches and the people that decided to pass on whatever knowledge they have garnered over the years. That's not the interesting part though. Here's the interesting part. So when I said that, the person said to me, it's a false doctrine, and that if pastors or individuals are preaching prosperity, then that would mean that nothing else comes after death, right? And what then does it mean as it relates to heaven and hell and stuff like that? And I was like, where do you get this information that you're speaking about? And he's like, it's in the Bible. And I was like, what? Where in the Bible did you say that you're not supposed to prosper? Right? And we got into a little conversation, but I realized something in that whole conversation, because he was so, brainwashed to me that he thinks, or the person thought, that you should not prosper in whatever you're doing now. And it's a false doctrine, and it goes against the Bible. And in that moment, I was thinking to myself, are you employed? You don't think your boss is prosperous, so you have a job? But anyways, I looked past that and I was like, I was thinking to myself, that the lesson here is I should be careful of who I have certain conversations, right? Because there are different people in this world. They have different ideas of what God wants and what should happen within a society, right? And if I have a particular mental, let us say, mental mind frame, I need to protect it. And that's what I'm saying to you guys watching this. Protect your mental health, right? Nurture it and protect it. Because if you allow people to dictate to you or to give you their idea of what life should be for you, you'll never do nothing in life. You'll never do nothing in life. And that's why I kind of, let us say, maintain my circle. When I say maintain, meaning if somebody comes within my circle and I realize that they're a certain way, it doesn't take long for me to cut that person off, right? And I'll give you an example. Somebody said to me before that, like I was speaking to this young lady about something, and she made advances, right, at me, and I was like, I was not reciprocating whatever advances that she was making. And because the conversation that she was having, I wasn't necessarily appreciating it. Yes, I made Karen know, but I never appreciated it. And she was a friend. She's a friend, right? And I was letting her know that, hey, you're crossing the boundaries based on what you're saying. And in fact, I don't necessarily like how you're speaking with me because it makes me uncomfortable, right? I'm on my walk, guys. I'm on my walk, right? But yeah, I was letting her know that, hey, I don't necessarily like the manner in which you speak to me because it makes me uncomfortable, right? And she was like, actually she started shouting, right? She started shouting, and I immediately was like, yo, I don't necessarily like the conversation, and I don't like the fact that you're shouting at me. And she was like, yo, this is just how I am. Hello. Right? She was like, this is how I am, and I should just accept it. I was like, no. With me, you don't get to speak to me any way you feel like and expect that I'm going to accept that. And she was like, yeah, but I'm just generally a loud person. So I was like, okay, cool. No problem, I understand and I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that though. I never spoke to her after that. Right? Couple months passed, well, like 6 months. And this is a friend. And she called me back and she was there arguing with me. And she was like, I spoke to you like 6 months ago. You haven't even checked on me. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. And she was like, you know, it's like the last time I spoke with you, we had a disagreement and you just cut me off from there. And I'm like, yeah, kind of. And she was like, how can you punish somebody in that manner? I mean, I've always reached out to you, I've always told you how I felt, and I'm like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you know, it's not for me. I don't necessarily like the way that you speak to me. And she's like, yeah, but everybody is a particular way, and you know, you can't just punish somebody so severely that you just get rid of them if you don't agree with what they're saying. And I'm like, I understand what you're saying, but with me, if you don't comply with the manner in which I want to be treated, want to be spoken to, then I'm just not gonna speak to you. I'm not gonna deal with you. It's just me. You can't expect that you're going to get your way. And it's like she started shouting to the point where it's like I'm back and forth with her, and my head was starting to hurt me because I'm like, why am I having this conversation with this person about how I want to be spoken to? And she was like, yeah, I understand. I'm like, yo, you're shouting while you're talking to me. I'm not arguing with you or anything. The fact is, you want to speak to me in a particular way. That's good and well. I understand that and I appreciate the way that you speak, and that's your business. But when it comes on to me, Andre, AJAWI, you don't speak to me in a certain way. Right? You don't speak to me in a certain way. I have a standard, and if you don't meet it, that's just it. We don't need to be speaking to each other. And she was really upset. And to today's date, she and I have never spoken since. And it's not a problem to me. Why? Because you have to protect your mental health, right? You have to protect your mental health. If people come into your life and they feel like they're going to do things in a particular way, and if you say to them, hey, I don't like this, so you're gonna have to adjust, and they tell you that, hey, this is just how I am, you don't need to be arguing with them. You don't need to be explaining anything. You don't need to what did I say? If somebody show you how they are, believe them, right? So she showed me that that's how she is, and she told me very clearly, hello, she told me very clearly who she is. So I made a decision for me, right? For me. And the fact that she was making advances, I didn't even bother even pay that in mind, because I don't know that I'm not interested like that. But the fact that as a friend, if I say to you, hey, this is a situation and you don't want to comply, right? Then we just can't be in a friendship anymore. And if you know that, hey, Andre is taken, and you're willing to come into that, come in and break up whatever is going on for me, then I don't need to have you as a friend, right? So it was just something that I thought I should share with you. Maintain your mental health. You know, be careful of who you let in, and be careful of the way that you allow people to speak with you, right? You have to determine that, right? So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and sharing. Terry is not here today, so it's just me. But I hope you like the video. I hope you like the video. So I'm just taking my little walk. I work out this morning, so this evening I'm just taking a little walk though, and not feel so clustered in the house and get the blood pumping. So thanks again for watching. Thanks again for liking, and I'll see you guys next time.